Hey everyone, it's 10 Types, and today I wanted to make a quick little video talking about rotation. I realized that obviously there are some new people who have never experienced rotation. Actually, there are probably a lot. Probably most players have not experienced rotation before, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about it. First of all, it's really simple, and it also only applies to standard format. There are some other formats that could rotate, but most other formats tend not to rotate. But anyway, standard format has rotation, which means any card with an E in the lower left-hand corner of it, and the E block cards are going to be rotating. You cannot play them in standard format any longer. This will be taking place on the release of Paradox, or of Temporal Forces, which is coming in March. So, yeah, you cannot play those cards anymore in standard format. In Pokemon TCG Live, you'll not be able to do it. So yeah, that's a pretty big deal for new players. So one, if you're acquiring cards, you can get cards that are going to rotate, but you can only play them in standard format for around 2 months. Yeah, something like 2 months. So you might not want to. And there are a lot of big cards. There are lots of videos talking about what the big losses to rotation are, but I want to tell you about how you can learn about rotation. First of all, there's a website, Justin Basil, that has stuff about rotation. I don't know if it's amazing. I think it's good. It's generally a very good website, but that's not the website I'm going to be showing in now. I'm going to be talking about Limitless. So first of all, limitlesstcg.com is the website I'm on. It's really useful, has a lot of different things. But for what I want to talk about here is so you open the main page and you can look at cards and then advanced search. Or you can just look at all the cards as well here. But cards, as I said, with the E in the lower left-hand corner, are generally cards from let's see, from Fusion Strike. Let's see, from where is it? Fusion Strike, Celebrations, Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, and Battle Styles. All those cards are going to be rotating. Um, for the most part, there are a few exceptions which I'll talk about, but yeah. So cards from Brilliant Stars and newer will not be rotating. Again, there are some exceptions to that as well. I believe no card newer than Pokemon Go is rotating. So yeah, but so you click on a card from Fusion Strike, like say Mew VMAX, in the lower left-hand corner, you see a little E. It's actually kind of small, but hopefully you can see that next to the set logo and number and stuff. You see E, that means it's rotating. Like Brilliant Stars, you look at a card like, say, Shaman V-Star, right? Shaman V-Star, you see an F. F is staying. So F, G, and then H. I don't believe there are any cards with H. Let me actually check. That is not in standard. Yeah, no. There are also cards that aren't in standard at all, that aren't like playable. Keep in mind that is a thing that exists. You can't play them in standard. They are kind of rare. Honestly, a lot of the time they're received in Japan and then not internationally. Japan versus international. Internationally, things work slightly differently. Don't worry about that right now though. So, but yeah, as I said, there are some cards like is this Cherubi rotating? Yeah, so this Cherubi is rotating. You see it has E in the lower left-hand corner, despite being released in this case in 2022. So 2021, the cards are rotating. 2022, 2023 generally are staying, but as I said, there are some exceptions. Now I want to take a look at a card like EXP Share. EXP Share. As you can see in the lower left-hand corner, it's an E, so would that be rotating? Well, it's not actually rotating. So this becomes a tiny bit more complicated, although this I just say ask someone else, or you can look at Limitless as well. But so any card that has been reprinted, specifically Trainer or Special Energy that has been reprinted, you can play still, assuming that there is a print that's newer. In this case, it's G. So you can play the card with the G regulation mark, but you can also play this EXP share. Then you can even play EXP share, an older copy from like, what set is this? Sun and Moon. Yeah, so you can play the Sun and Moon copy. You can even play some older copies. There are a few weird scenarios related to that, but you don't need to know worry about those. So yeah, and then there are a list of cards that are staying like EXP share. And then obviously most, however, will be rotating. If you want to see the full list, you can look here on Limitless. And that's where you go to advanced search. There are a lot of great searching features. They're not like it's lacking some, but it's pretty nice. And for this, it'll be perfect. So first of all, you want to see the cards in current standard, just press standard. Keep in mind, if you want to look at Japanese standard, that's a different format here on Limitless. But so you say standard, and ta-da, you got every card in standard. You can say one unique or one card per one print per sorry, one print per card or unique text. Those are the same option as far as I'm aware. I'm not 100% sure the difference. Um, Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so you can look at all prints, which will show alternate arts. There's a lot of cards, obviously. Um, yeah, there we go. So you can look at all these cards, and these are all currently in standard. But obviously, as I said, some are rotating like these. But then you want to look at cards by regulation mark. This exactly determines rotation. So regulation mark is rotation. So you say equal to. I don't know what less than or greater than is. Let me actually try. I haven't tried this before. So less than E is, oh, so yeah, those aren't cards you can play. So you can go to any format. So less than E, these are cards that are not in standard right now. So it goes back as far as, oh, so regulation marks started with D. So for expanded and other formats, it might be a little confusing. But for standard, E is rotating G, F, and then H, and so on will be in format. So, but then you want to see a card that's greater than or equal to E is exactly standard format. So this is the same exact list of cards that are in standard, I believe. Um, Potentially they're cards that aren't out yet or something like that. But that's again for another day. But so the cards that are exactly equal to E are the cards that are rotating. So oh wait, yeah, no, I meant to say greater than or equal to. Apparently, greater than or equal to is not working on limitless, so never mind. We can do greater than E. Greater than E are the cards that are staying. The cards that are equal to E are the cards that are rotating, and greater than or equal to E are the cards that are the all the cards I think. Um, I'm looking. I think yeah. So that's what's happening. Limitless is being a little wonky, which I was not expecting. But yeah. So if you want to see a card that is rotating, as I said, just equal to E, and you see this whole list, keep in mind when you print per card, and all these cards um, are potentially rotating unless they've been reprinted, as I said. So if you look at a card like EXP share, as I said, that is staying. So, but you can see that it's staying in, we'll go to greater than E. And so now we can find EXP share on this big list. Obviously, this is a big list of cards. So if you have any questions, ask down below. I wanted to make a quick little video, and I understand it's complicated. It's honestly complicated to veteran players as well. I kind of got a little in the weeds, but the long story short, if it's E, it's rotating. If it's not, it's staying. Or if it's like after that, if it's FGH, it's staying. And it's generally by year, but not always, right? You got Spicy Season Curry came out in Astral Radiance. That's rotating, but why is it rotating? I don't know. But it is. So yeah, and that's it. Rotation. I figured, it's like a PSA. People don't know about it. I've talked about some. A lot of YouTubers have talked about it, but not everyone understands it completely. Um, and so if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments. I also have a Discord server. You can ask there. If you want to ask about how to maybe change the deck post rotation, you can ask there as well, because trainers, cards like Level Ball, VIP Pass, Fog Crystal are rotating, so you can replace them with things like Nest Ball, but you probably already play Nest Ball. So honestly, rotation affects the game some. Some people act like it completely changes everything, and I mean it kind of does, but I wouldn't say. I'd say it has about the same effect as a new set coming out. And coincidentally, it comes out. Rotation is the same time as a new set coming out. Um, is that something that they've done more recently in the past, I think, few years or year? That the rotation is synced up to a new set. Essentially, it might be within a few weeks. It's a little, again, confusing. It depends on certain scenarios, but and like how you're playing the game. But yeah, long story short, you won't be able to play those decks. The starting decks in live, I'm pretty sure are rotating. So yeah, that's fun. I don't actually know if that's true, but I assume that's true, unfortunately. So yeah, keep a track of that for live. And live won't let you play decks that have rotated. Another announcement I'll say, this is something that happened last year. They messed up rotation. Shockingly, they did it the wrong day. So that was funny. A bit unfortunate, but it was funny. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing. If you learned something, consider subscribing as well. That greatly helps out the channel. And I will be talking about rotation. And if you have any specific questions, any specific decks you want me to talk about with post-rotation lists, I'd be happy to do that. But as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I'm excited to see you in the next video.